Melania shocked the entire world with what she did today at the UN General Assembly, unlike what we saw for the last 8 dark years from Michele Obama. Our new First Lady is a class act, who dazzled and charmed at the United Nations today. The last time a First Lady attended a United Nations meeting was when former President Barack Hussein Obama forced his wife Michele to take a break from her taxpayer-funded vacations and made her attend the final speech he delivered there as president. From the whispers that were heard during the visit, it was apparent that she pretty much only cared about talk against racism in the U.S. Racism, which is practically non-existent unless you talk to a Democrat trying to push their agenda and brand a Republican as a bigot. But today, all that changed and the world saw a reboot. First by President Trump's tough speech to the America and Israel-hating UN, and second by Melania showing she cared about everything which was discussed at the meeting. From anti-Israel sentiment within the UN, to the fact that North Korea needs to be stopped. Reuters reports, Trump vows if threatened to totally destroy North Korea. United Nations, Sept. 19, Reuters, U.S. President Donald Trump escalated his standoff with North Korea over its nuclear challenge on Tuesday, threatening to totally destroy the country of 26 million people and mocking its leader, Kim Jong-un, as a rocket man. In a hard-edged speech to the United Nations General Assembly, Trump offered a grim portrait of a world in peril, adopted a more confrontational approach to solving global challenges from Iran to Venezuela, and gave an unabashed defense of U.S. sovereignty. The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea, Trump told the 193-member world body, sticking closely to a script. As loud, startled murmurs filled the hall, Trump described Kim in an acid tone, saying, "Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and his regime." His remarks rattled world leaders gathered in the green marble UN General Assembly Hall, where minutes earlier UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres appealed for statesmanship, saying, "We must not sleepwalk our way into war." Trump's most direct military threat to attack North Korea, in his debut appearance at the General Assembly, was his latest expression of concern about Pyongyang's repeated launching of ballistic missiles over Japan and underground nuclear tests. His advisors say he is concerned about North Korea's advances in missile technology and the few means available for a peaceful response without China's help. Inside the hall, one man in the audience covered his face with his hands shortly after Trump made his "totally destroy" comment. Swedish Foreign Minister Margot Wallström crossed her arms. It was the wrong speech, at the wrong time, to the wrong audience, Wallström later told the BBC. Trump did not back down, instead later tweeting out the line in his speech vowing to destroy North Korea if needed. A junior North Korean diplomat sat in the delegation's front row seat for Trump's speech, the North Korean UN mission said. The mission did not immediately respond to a request for comment. In Germany, Chancellor Angela Merkel said she would do everything in her power to ensure a diplomatic solution. Anything else would lead to disaster, she said. Cabinet contrast Trump's saber-rattling rhetoric, with the bare-knuckled style he used to win election last November, was in contrast to the comments of some of his own cabinet members who have stated a preference for a diplomatic solution. Reaction around the United States was mixed. Mitt Romney, the 2012 Republican presidential nominee, tweeted that Trump, a fellow Republican, gave a strong and needed challenge to UN members to confront global challenges. But Democrat Ed Markey of the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee denounced Trump's remarks, telling CNN the president had yet to exhaust his other options in encouraging Pyongyang to negotiate. "The least we should be able to say is that we tried, we really tried, to avoid a nuclear